this idea that this ordinary reality isn't enough because it's uncomfortable, or because there's too many thoughts or too many emotions, because I'm not blissed out all the time. Whatever the reason that you tell yourself that you haven't got it yet, or this isn't it, just the way it is. It's just thought. It's the same old pattern, going round and round in circles, perhaps with a new storyline, but the same thing really. It gets maybe a little bit more sophisticated, but not really. It only pretends to be. Swinging from hope to hopelessness, back and forward. The most painful swinging, the most painful vicious circle. Building up these dreams, these hopes. Even if they're not these kind of really high kind of spiritual dreams anymore, even if it's just this discomfort shouldn't be here. This can't be it because it's just too unpleasant. Even that, this thought. Making this sensation mean something about me, this me that is assumed to be here. And really the essential message here is that we are human. And it's really very obvious. But we're so often on this spiritual path trying to escape our humanity. Our very raw, ordinary, yucky kind of humanity. And it's not that we're just the humanity. We are also that awareness of. But that awareness of is nowhere to hide in. It's nowhere to escape into. It doesn't have to affect your life even. It might, but it doesn't have to. Because this awareness of has always been there. So just you recognising it, why would that make such a big difference? You acknowledging it somehow, it's not. Sometimes, yes, it does have some effect on things when there's more, let's say, that allegiance to that rather than thought. It can relax things in a way, but it doesn't have to. It's not about having better experience, and that seems to be the main confusion for most people. Trying to fix our experience. And so we get fixated on experience. This experience is uncomfortable, so that means that I haven't got it. Or this experience is so much better, I've got it now. But the experience is bound to change and change and change and change. And therefore your idea of getting it changes again and again, getting it and losing it, getting it and losing it. It's not about the experience. Whether or not your experience is affected by this recognition is kind of a byproduct. It's kind of like, and bonus, my experience has kind of changed a bit. Yeah. Nice. So what though? Who really cares? Who's really checking? Only thought. So there's not that much allegiance to thought anymore, then it's just a curiosity that experience might have changed, but it's not a prerequisite. It doesn't mean anything about me. So then it really comes down to this motivation for the search. Because often when I ask people, why? What is it that you're searching for? Why are you searching? It's often to change their experience, to fix, to make the pain go away. When we get underneath all those spiritual concepts, that is often the motivation for most people. And although it may be the motivation at first, or at some point, let's say, as you get kind of deeper into this exploration, you may discover that whatever led you into it is not what you get in the end. And that again is a disappointment, perhaps. At a certain point it becomes more about the truth rather than how you'd like it to be. More about reality than the perfect experience. And for some people, if you can get back to kind of your most original motivation, most innocent longing, perhaps it is for the truth. But then that in the journey of it all, it became so painful, then perhaps the motivation even shifted to trying to fix my experience. But in the end, it's about the truth. Facing reality, whether you like it or not. With your feet very much on the ground. More on the ground than perhaps you'd like. Often people say, "You mean it's really like this?" Yes, really. It's really this ordinary? Yes. It's really just this sitting here in the room? Yes. It is really this simple, this obvious, this easy. And it already includes everything that is already here. Any discomfort, any pain, any fear, any longing, any wishing it were different, it includes that too. It doesn't take it seriously, but it includes it. Nothing means more than anything else. So it really leaves you with whatever you're feeling, knowing that there's no escape. And in that love of what is true, what is real, what is actually happening, then there's really no escape from what is here to be felt. Watching it change and change and change. Waves of energy, opening, closing, coming, going. Knowing that none of it means anything. Because it's that meaning in thought that adds some extra drama, some extra layer of excitement, builds up an identity. And that identity is what is so painful. And it's false, it's not real. It builds up a wall of separation that isolates you from the rest of life. And although it may be painful or uncomfortable to see through these identities, it's what you really want if you want the truth. That's the trade-off. Losing who you think you are endlessly, not just once, but endlessly. And discovering what is really here. Now, 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 now.